Who would have thought 2x4s could look so amazing? When my daughter needed a bigger bed, I decided to keep things simple and I used basic construction lumber to build this beautiful bed. Let me show you how I did it.
This first step is optional, but it does help elevate the look of the 2x4s. I cut 1/8 of an inch off each side of all of my 2x4 pieces to square up the edges. I cut out all the pieces according to the cut list in the plans, and I have a link to that in the description. I started by building the footboard. I added pocket holes to all of the rail pieces as well as the footboard slats. On 2 of the rail boards, I marked out the spacing for all of the slat boards. I like to make all the measurements on one board and then use my speed square to transfer those measurements to the second board to make quick work of this. Then I attached all of the footboard slats to the rails with 1 1/4 inch pocket hole screws and made sure to center them on those 2x4s. Once they were all attached to the first rail, I lined everything up and quickly attached it to the second rail. Next, the 3 rails are attached to the leg pieces with 2 1/2 inch pocket hole screws. And since the pocket holes on the footboard will be up against the mattress and bedding, I filled them all with wood filler. Then I moved on to repeating the exact same process for the headboard, but with the longer slats. All of the detailed measurements for where everything is attached and cut list are included in the build plans that I share on my website, housefulofhandmade.com. Lastly, I attached 2x2 boards to the side rails, and this will be for the mattress to rest upon. These are all attached with wood glue and countersunk screws. With all of the pieces assembled, I sanded and stained them before adding my bed rail brackets. I also forgot to build the center rail before staining, so I stained the leg first and then quickly attached it to the center rail board. I attached the bracket pieces to the headboard and footboard, and these ones that I purchased, the screws are a little too long, so I drill about 1/8 of an inch behind it so that I can tighten the brackets nice and snug once the bed is assembled. Then the side rails and center rail are given the second piece of the bracket, and the bed is quickly assembled in place by sliding the rails onto the brackets on the headboard and footboard and tightening them down. Now you can add your bed slats or a plywood base. I made my own bed slats with 1x4 boards and secured them with a single screw onto each of those side rail supports. And just like that, the bed is done. This really is a great, easy project that can be built in a weekend and looks amazing. Make sure to visit housefulofhandmade.com for the full build plans. I include them for all different sizes, and follow along for more amazing things to build.